It was good to be home. Dick, or rather the putative Sir Richard of Stockton as he would soon be known, was inordinately pleased that I had recommended him for knighthood, but was unsure if he was ready. I took him and my new squire Matthew for a ride through Coton Woods to speak to him.
Dick, you fought alongside me in Gascony, and so far as I can tell, you did not put a foot wrong. You have all the skills to be a knight. I care not if you cannot play an instrument or that you have yet to compose a song. The skills you have with sword and lance are far more important. You have a sensible head and are not reckless. We reined in at the beck to allow our horses to drink. And you, Matthew, have much to live up to.
Dick nodded to his younger brother. Listen to Sir Henry Samuel, Matthew, and you might not only live but also become a knight like me.
Is there a prospect of war?
Like all young squires, he was keen for action. I shook my head.
The king and his son are returned to England. The Lord Edward will begin to make sons to ensure the line continues, and King Henry will lick his French wounds. Now that the King of Scotland has married the daughter of King Henry, then for the present there is peace with France, and the border knights of Stockton can merely hone their skills.
Matthew looked disappointed.
I hoped for war. As the king has appointed Baron Balliol of Barnard Castle as the guardian of the King and Queen of Scotland, then we do not have to defend the border alone.
Dick gave a sad smile to his younger brother.
War, brother, is not something to take on lightly. Our cousin Thomas was nearly undone by war. He thought he was ready, but he was not. I know that I was lucky and that our cousin watched over me. War is unforgiving, and failure does not result in a knuckle-rapping from a tutor, but death.
With those sobering words ringing in his ears, we returned to my manor. Dick packed his belongings to return to Stockton. He had much to do. He needed a squire, a war-horse, and better armour. As a family, we were lucky. Unlike many knights, we profited from battle, and both my uncle and my cousin had plenty of money. Matthew took over Dick's old room at my cosy manor in Elton. We stabled his hackney, and then I took him on a tour of the manor. The men who worked my land were my warriors. Each could farm and look after land, but at heart they were fighters. Their scarred and tanned bodies told Matthew of their skills. They in turn appraised the new youth who would command them. He had the looks of his elder brother, but did he have the heart? My men were good judges of men, and they would assess him over the next months to see how he reacted to adversity. He looked young, for he was indeed barely a youth, but they would be fair judges. I left him with Jack, son of Oswald, who was now my sergeant-at-arms. He would begin the training with the wooden swords and at the pell. That he had already enjoyed some training at Stockton Castle was immaterial to my men. Elton's standards were all that mattered. I smiled as I left him, for I knew he would have bruises and cuts by the end of the day. I entered my hall, and Geoffrey, my steward, fetched me water to wash.
Lady Matilda, Lady Erwin, and your sons are in the great hall, my lord.